I told you that there's a famous musical classical piece that is written with not one note? We are going to talk about that piece, about the man who wrote the piece or didn't write the piece, whatever you want to say. His name is John Cage. He is born in Los Angeles, America in 1912, and he died in 1992. He was a normal boy. He grew up and became a valedictorian in school. After that, he went to college and tried to study journalism, did a great job, and after 2 years decided that was not his thing. He went to Europe, traveled around, thought about architecture, and then started listening to music. He heard Bach for the first time. He heard Tchaikovsky, and he was just absolutely in love. Thought maybe that's my thing. Wasn't sure if it was going to be art, because he also loved the avant-garde artists. But he started composing, wasn't very impressed with this stuff, but thought, you know what, maybe I have an knack for this. Maybe I should go back. So he went back to America eventually, back to Los Angeles, because that's where he's from. Started taking some lessons and started doing things and thought, this is really good. He wanted to study composition more seriously. So what he wanted was to study with this man named Schoenberg, but he wasn't quite good enough. So he flew all the way over to New York to study with Schoenberg's students who had graduated until he became good enough, which took less than a year. And then he auditioned for Schoenberg. Schoenberg said yes. Then Nicolas Cage said, I have no money to pay you. And Schoenberg said, well, are you going to dedicate your life to music? He said, yes, I am. And Schoenberg said, well, then don't worry about paying me. You just pay me by dedicating your life to music. So he went back to California to take lessons with Schoenberg. He started working in colleges. A lot of it was composing in conjunction with the dance department. And he did a lot with percussion. He loved percussion. And he invented the prepared piano, which means you can play the piano whichever way you want. You would open it up and put things on top of the strings, or put things under the strings, or put things in between the strings, which makes the whole piano sound completely different. And so it's more than just one instrument if you were to play it that way. Actually, in 1942, he composed a piece called The Wonderful Widow of 18 Springs, and it's written for voice and closed piano, meaning you don't even touch the keys. It is used the piano as percussion. Depending on where you hit it and what you hit it with, it'll be different sounds. At this point, we are in the mid-1940s, and he is suffering from a crisis, a personal crisis and a career crisis. He and music were not aligned with the rest of the world. He did not believe that music was there to express emotion and to communicate. That was not what he believed music was. And so he wasn't connecting with other people's music, and other people were not connecting with his. He was gifted a copy of the I Ching by a friend, which is an ancient Chinese text. And I'm going to have to read what it is. It describes a symbol system used to identify order in chance events. Anyway, what it was a bunch of numbers. He used these numbers to write his music. I'm going to read a quote by John Cage, which I think explains